And it's been a tight game as the second quarter gets going. Here's Nash. He's got 6. Coach Phil Jackson, of course, will forever be associated with the triangle offense.
Yeah, you know, he didn't invent it. I think Tex Winters was involved in helping create that offense, but certainly Phil has been its most distinguished practitioner.
Jason Richardson and Josh Childress fill out the wings. Channing Frye out there with Warwick and Nash. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. The break is on. And it's tied up. Nash has got 10 points in the game. And Phil Jackson, of course, also known for being able to motivate a challenging cast of characters.
Yeah, I think his background and those various degrees that he has been helpful in him being able to manage egos and different personalities on the championship teams that he's coached.
Andrew Bynum's checked in for the Lakers. Kobe comes in for Derek Fisher. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. Kobe Bryant, 4th.
Yeah, he had a terrific year last year, consistent, and ended up being one of the best scorers in the league.
Here's Brown. One of the bullet points for the Phoenix Suns, Clark, just checking it out here, they averaged an NBA high 110.2 points a game. That's actually the second highest scoring output they've had in Nash's 6 seasons with the team. Unbelievable.
Well, Nash has all of the accolades, but it is still absolutely amazing to me, Kevin, to see how easy he makes things for his teammates. I mean, he doesn't blind you with his speed. He's just so efficient, so crafty, so clever. And I think his competitive spirit gets overlooked in all that he does.
And Kobe Bryant again. Kobe's got 16 points.
No surprise there. He's getting most of his points working inside.
For the
Wow!
Well, Clark, no better passer in the game today than the great Steve Nash.
And he is such a treat to watch, Kevin. #1 in the league last season in assists per game. The court vision is absolutely extraordinary. And he's never in a hurry. He always seems to be very much driving within the speed limit.
Imaginative, too. Comes up with some very interesting passes at interesting angles.
Yeah, extremely creative.
Clark, Nash felt playing soccer as a kid really influenced how he sees the floor. That was an interesting observation.
Yeah, very much so, and quite accurate as well. I mean, soccer runs in his blood. His dad played professionally. His siblings played at a high level. Actually, Steve didn't start playing hoops until he was 12 or 13. That's kind of late when you consider some of the where some of the other NBA players started in their career.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Guys, there were a lot of questions about whether last season would be Phil Jackson's final one, whether he'd retire. After they won the title and he set a record for most coaching championships, he said he was leaning towards retiring. He decided to return, though, saying, "Count me in." After a couple of weeks of deliberation, it's time to get back to the challenge of putting together a team that can defend its title. It'll be the last stand for me, and I hope it's a grand one. Guys, good to have him back.
It certainly is. Thank you, Doris. And the Lakers making a change here. Here's Kobe. Suns trail by 4. Now here's Nash. 20 points for him last game against Utah. Childress. Good, and the assist goes to Nash.
They're definitely doing what they need to do as far as getting better shots off. That's a move in the right direction. That's where they want to be headed, getting good quality shots.
Now here's Nash. Following the miss by Kobe Bryant. Kicks to Childress. Can't get it to go. And the Lakers go with it the other way. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
You know, Kevin, I think it sort of came down to the fact they did not have to deal with a lot of pressure from the defense they were facing. Had they been up against a good defense, it could have easily been a different story. He's had some problems finding the range here in this quarter.
And here's Los Angeles. This game against Phoenix, here's the first look at the Suns.
Well, you know, they beat these guys pretty good when they played last season. It's a real confidence booster going into this one.
That free throw, no good. Some changes for the Lakers. Andrew Bynum's checked in for Gasol. And it's Brown in for Kobe. He hits the second from the line. You know, Clark, when you take a look at Matt Barnes, here's an energy player, never afraid to get a little physical.
That's your kind of guy, Kevin. I heard you smiling about that. You like guys that don't back down, and Matt Barnes has one speed, and it's full throttle. He doesn't back away from contact or any opponent.
Here's Fisher. 1:16 left in the second. You know, one of the stories last season, Clark, in the playoffs for the Lakers was after that early scare to the Thunder of Oklahoma City in the first round, the Lakers really turned it up in the playoffs. In fact, it was that Game 5 that kind of rebooted. They kind of found themselves.
Yeah, they certainly did. Sometimes you have to have your back against the wall. You got to go through that crucible of almost losing an important game in the playoffs to be able to get your second win and to gain that extra wave of confidence. And that's kind of what happened with the Lakers. I mean, anytime you face a team like the Thunder that has the leading scorer in the league in Kevin Durant, you know it's not going to be easy, and the Lakers saw that to be true, and yet they were able to work through that.
Thunder had those young legs.
And a lot of confidence.
Yes.
And an unbelievable building.
They didn't blink. They did not blink.
Not at all. They were relishing the opportunity, thrilled to be in the playoffs, but they felt like they could beat, not only play with the Lakers, they felt like they could beat the Lakers, Kevin.
Here is the 2K leaderboard with last season's top passing team. Look at the Suns. They're 4th in the league. So good.
I tell you what, if you had to pick one stat, at least on the offensive side of the ball, that benefits your team, this is it. I mean, when you're amongst the league leaders in assists, you're doing a lot of good things. Not just making shots, but you're moving your teammates and you're moving the basketball. Right now, their offense is playing through him, actually going through him just about every time, and he's answered the call with tremendous play.
Here's Dragic. He's covered by Fisher. Dragic gets the bucket.
For a player of his skill, it's going to take a lot better defense than that.
Dudley against Kobe. Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession. Here's a look at the schedule for the Los Angeles Lakers. They'll be matched up.
Of almost losing an important game in the playoffs to be able to get your second win and to gain that extra wave of confidence. And that's kind of what happened with the Lakers. I mean, anytime you face a team like the Thunder that has the leading scorer in the league in Kevin Durant, you know it's not going to be easy, and the Lakers saw that to be true, and yet they were able to work through that.
Thunder had those young legs.
And a lot of confidence.
Yes.
And an unbelievable building.
They didn't blink. They did not blink.
Not at all. They were relishing the opportunity, thrilled to be in the playoffs, but they felt like they could beat, not only play with the Lakers, they felt like they could beat the Lakers, Kevin.
Here is the 2K leaderboard with last season's top passing team. Look at the Suns. They're 4th in the league. So good.
I tell you what, if you had to pick one stat, at least on the offensive side of the ball, that benefits your team, this is it. I mean, when you're amongst the league leaders in assists, you're doing a lot of good things. Not just making shots, but you're moving your teammates and you're moving the basketball. Right now, their offense is playing through him, actually going through him just about every time, and he's answered the call with tremendous play.
Here's Dragic. He's covered by Fisher. Dragic gets the bucket.
For a player of his skill, it's going to take a lot better defense than that.
Dudley against Kobe. Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession. Here's a look at the schedule for the Los Angeles Lakers. They'll be matched up against Memphis. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Here's Nash. 12 points for him. Fisher is whistled for reaching in. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Richardson. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Utah Jazz.
Well, that was a nice start. After having a good first quarter, he's showing us more of the same here.
Here's Bynum. And that's not going to fall for him. And the first half is now in the books.
We've seen Nash getting it done. He has 14 points, and he's also been picking up some nice assists here and there, too. Not missing much. In fact, hitting just about everything he's taken.
Suns ahead, up by 3.
Hello, I'm Damon Bruce. Welcome to the HP Halftime Report with a close contest going on out at U.S. Airways Center. It's a close game for the Suns. They're going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. They've looked to their bench for scoring, and it's paying big dividends. Everything's going right for Steve Nash. He's been all over the court against the Lakers. He's got 14 points and has added a couple assists in this one, too. There's no quitting the Lakers. They came to win. Playing a team they know that they can beat, but will they? We still got a game. Kobe Bryant, huge impact. He's got 22 points and has gone to work on the glass, grabbing a few rebounds. A lot of points on the board between these two. They've led the charge in scoring for their teams. That's going to do it for this edition of At the Half. Now let's get back out to Kevin and Clark.